Yeah, class, maybe.
Where your husband at?
She should be coming back. Find out for sure.
Last, maybe 2 more days, chair tables and closets where we put the tables.
Glenn's gonna grab one of your own. Told we were coming back in. I don't know if she grabbed that. She wants to stay. How you doing? We'll figure it out. It went over. There's more to say. You gonna get the door next time? Yeah, I'll get it.
Very.
There's one chair right there. There's one chair right there.
Tell them they're gonna have to come in, cause he's gonna close the door. Cause I said so.
It's okay, just leave it over here.
Leave it open, I don't care. Mayor, you mind if the door's open? Alright, leave it open, I also wish we had a little more room, a few more chairs. Cranford, it's alright, just leave it open. Okay.
He's on patrol and make sure we're good.
Yep. He's got us.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and resume. I appreciate your patience, and I'm sorry about all this inconvenience, but we felt like necessary. We're gonna have to get a motion to amend our agenda, to appoint Mr. Johnson to take the unfilled term of Mr. McCullough. Is there a motion?
I make the motion.
Motion, Mr. Nobles.
Second.
Second, Mrs. Waters. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, so now we're at that point where we need a motion to appoint Mr. Johnson to be our legal counsel for the remainder of this term, which ends in December 31st. Is there a motion?
I make the motion.
Second. Motion, Mr. Nobles, second, Mr. Janchek. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, that motion carries. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, we're down to public comments. If Mr. Johnson.
Justin.
No.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not through.
Sorry.
Okay,
I
I
thought
got
you
it.
was calling me.
No, I will be in just a second, but if Mr. Johnson will consent, I'd like to allow Mr. McCullough, he's done this for many, many years, been our moderator for public comments. With your permission,
Oh, absolutely.
I'd like to appoint Mr. McCullough one last time. Okay, so now we're on public comments, and we have Mr. Justin Infinger. He wants to address filing complaints, the transparency of complaints to the community. Mr. Infinger, all right, Mr. McCullough.
Mr. Infinger, you have 5 minutes, and I presume you've read the rules.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Thank you.
have at it.
All right, I've lived here on and off for the last 15, 17 years, right? So, this started about a year ago. I had a problem with a neighbor, and I called the police. And they showed up and didn't turn on his body camera. Now, my neighbor was in the backyard waving around a shotgun. You would think that an officer would turn on his body camera for something like that, or I think I would. And so I went to check on y'all's policy, and it says that you're supposed to have your body camera on every time you interact with the citizens, whether it be a traffic stop, a call, anything like that. And on other occasions, I've had reports filed for a year that remain blank, even after me and my ex-wife, which I would take to the meetings with me because she's trustworthy and she doesn't like me. So you can trust her if she says I'm doing something wrong. Now, we go to see about a report. I go to get it. It's a report to be filed by Officer Boyd there. Now, Officer Boyd took 45 days to write this report. Okay? I'm there. I'm trying to get this report. Officer Neesmith comes rushing out of the back office and starts hollering at me about, why do you want this report so bad? What's wrong? Are you scared? You need to take it to the magistrate if you're scared. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And it's a report that was left blank for a year. So this is 2 years ago now. And so I get an appointment to go talk to the chief, and I bring it to his attention. And the report is terrorist attacks and threats. I was assaulted at a gas station. So I bring this I talked to Neesmith over the year 3 times, and she said that this guy was in jail. And I'm like, I check. I look at y'all, I read y'all's reports, I follow the meetings, and that. Nothing. Wesley Kicklighter says, no, there's nothing I can do about this. I wish you would have brought this to me sooner. Well, 2 years is the statute of limitations on misdemeanors, 4 years is the statute of limitations on felonies, and when they threaten to kick your teeth out and kill you, I think it goes to a lifetime appointment. So we're still well within the time that he could make at least an arrest on this. All right? Then I tried to file a report about my neighbor catching my backyard on fire and doing $3,000 worth of damage. They said take it up with the fire chief. I think everybody's familiar with our pedophile fire chief, right? Everybody's familiar with that. Because it wasn't in y'all's last meetings why he was replaced. I think that's disgusting. Is my time up?
No, you got.
Okay, then have I cursed? Have I threatened anyone?
You can ratchet it down. No, you can ratchet it down just a minute, sir. I'll cut you off.
Okay. Make sure you keep that guy in the camera frame too. Right? So, no sooner do I try to file this with the chief, he tells me, no, there's nothing I can do. There's one report written. Nobody notified me. I come home, my backyard is completely burnt up. I try to give him the videos. Nobody will take the videos. And then 2 months later, y'all have a special council meeting where I believe you had to inform them about the burning procedures. How the fire chief had to go and tell somebody to not be burning. So I tried to file the same thing that you were warning in the special meeting about, and nobody paid attention. So I need to know who's accountable for these guys, because nobody was watching the fire chief. You've lost your city manager. You've lost your code enforcement officer. Your new city manager's leaving. Your new city clerk's leaving. Everybody's gone under you. I think that shows, well, everywhere I've worked. When you lose the whole staff,
30 seconds.
they look at the top. So I think it comes from the top. Who's in charge of that guy? Who's in charge of him? And what's up with the metal detectors now? How does that work when you let us back out and we come back in? Why didn't we get metal detectors twice, or is that just a waste of our taxpayer money? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's move along to the next item. That would be item number 7, Discussion approval of consent agenda. Is there a motion for the approval of consent agenda?
I have a question.
We don't, this is not a participatory, I mean, this is a business meeting. Hold your question, and I'm sure we can probably answer it later. Item number 7, discussion approval of consent agenda. Is there a motion?
I make the motion.
Motion, Mr. Nobles.
Second.
Okay. Second, Mr. Janacek. Y'all had an opportunity to look over the consent agenda. Right, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, any opposition? Okay, that motion carries. All right, item number 8, Alan Volksay with Georgia Power will be here to talk about the charging stations.
Mr. Mayor, Council,
Yes, sir.
good evening. I believe our electric transportation department gave the city manager documents regarding the proposed chargers. What it is, Georgia Power is trying to help the state move forward with more chargers within the state. Public Service Commission has challenged us to get more chargers out. So we have a program called a community charging program. So far, we've put 90 out in the state, and this year we're hoping to get 11 more out in the state. The criteria is that it's got to be a rural community and one that's underserved by the electric transportation programs, electric chargers, right? So right down the road here, we have Hyundai. They're going to be building within the next 5 years. They're going to be turning out over 500,000 cars a year, electric vehicles and hybrids, which will use this type of technology. The purpose Georgia Power sees is to do two things. One is give those folks who have electric vehicles access to more opportunities to charge, right? And then also it's an opportunity for Glennville to get those folks to come in here and while they're charging, go to the community and maybe eat lunch or visit Glennville, right, and spend some money maybe. So there's kind of two benefits. One is the electric vehicle owners, now instead of going down the interstate and turning right at Savannah to get to Jacksonville, maybe they come through Glenville and stop, right? So the proposal is Georgia Power will put in, essentially it's 2 fast chargers. It's one unit, I believe. It may be 2. I'm not the guy. I'm the general guy. The details will come after that. Reedsville's got 2. They got put in last year. And this year so far, they've been used over 100 times. Or, I'm sorry, just shy of 100 times. Claxton also got theirs last year, and theirs have been used about 200 times this year so far. So the idea is it's bringing folks to the community, and maybe they come in and they spend money, right? Which is good for y'all. And they have access to someplace besides the interstate or the big cities, right? So Georgia Power, through this program, is willing to install one at no cost to the city or the community or to the ratepayers, right? No cost in order to get one in this area. And the proposed location is, I'm not very good, I think it's 136 South Veteran, which is right between the, this is where we think it would be a good spot. And this is where the city manager or the mayor or y'all decide maybe there's a better spot, right? But what we need from the city is 2 to 3 parking spaces, right? And then we need to lease the property for 10 years at no cost, right? For the purpose of putting this equipment in, okay? And then we would maintain the equipment and we would make sure that it's running all the time, 24/7, 365, right? And the idea is it puts Glenville on a map, a bunch of maps actually, websites and things. One is called Plug Share. If you look at that, I think Tesla, you can dial it into your Tesla and it'll tell you where all of them are, right? So the idea is it puts Glenville on a bunch of different maps, good opportunities for possibly new people coming to Glenville spending money, right? But at the same time, they get to have more accommodations and more, viable locations to charge rather than just always going to the big cities. So, the location we're talking about is between the chamber and the post office. There's a piece of grass space, I've got a picture of it. There's a, let's see here. Right here. If you will, I'm gonna pass those around. That shows a kind of a picture of what it would look like, and then the next one's an aerial view, and I kind of put a red circle around about where it would be. So we would install it at no cost, and we would maintain it. Now, the Public Service Commission required that because it is a substantial investment, that we would, get the revenues, but the city would get the tax money off the revenues, right? So the taxes that are drawn through the purchase of the electricity would be, turned into the community, right? So, that's pretty much it. We wanna put them somewhere, right? There's 11 communities, Glenville is one of them this year. We're wanting to put this piece of equipment in this location to try to get people to come to the rural areas rather than just always going to the main big cities. And we think that's a benefit to the community, and it's also a benefit to folks with electric vehicles that need to charge. Average charge time is about 30 minutes, okay, so that puts them in here 30 minutes unless they get a nice meal, maybe they stay a little longer, or maybe they're shopping downtown, and they prefer to try to have them close to downtown so that folks can walk around and while their vehicle's charging. So, I'm kind of repeating myself, I think, but any questions on that? I can give you the information. A lady by the name of Blanca is actually the program manager for this program, and I'll get Ms. Lyle, I'll get her all the contact information and the contract and things of that nature for y'all to look over in more detail. I drew the short straw. They told me to come talk to y'all because she's up in Atlanta. She didn't want to come all the way down here until we had kind of an idea of what y'all thought about the idea. So,
What's the cost to the city?
no cost.
Even,
Absolutely no
even
cost.
to run the to pay for the electrical
No.
charges where people charge
So-
their vehicles?
Y'all would lease us the land at no cost, right? And we're not talking big property. We're talking about 2 parking spaces, maybe 3, and the piece of dirt where the equipment's gonna sit. And there has to be dirt at least until we get the equipment in. And so they like the grass space right there. And what we would do is, our engineers and all would come out and determine how to run it, from where, and all that kind of stuff. We would pay to have it run, we'd have to install it, and we'd pay to maintain it. And the customers that used it would be charged. We would get the revenues, y'all would get the tax money off of that, and y'all would get the benefit of having folks come to Glenville and shop, hopefully. That's what they find is usually what happens, so.
Who insures the equipment if somebody drives over it?
We do. It's solely our equipment and our responsibility. And again, Reedsville has 2. I don't know if y'all been to the courthouse lately. They're right out front of the courthouse. And they've had, folks, I think 97 folks use it so far this year. So,
When did that start in Reedsville?
when?
Their
It
program?
was last year.
So they had 97 users in a year?
Since the beginning of this year.
It's the beginning of this year.
And Claxton was close to 200. So, these are new ones, and so people are just now finding out about them, right? And you know, you have to plan your trip with these electric vehicles. And most of the trips are planned from Macon to Savannah, from Savannah to Brunswick, things of that nature. Well, we want them to come through the rural communities, right? And it's good for them, it's good for the rural areas, so.
Sir, my understanding with electric vehicles is that Rivian, Tesla, and Hyundai do not share a common plug. Does your charging station have accommodation to charge all electric vehicles?
Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to answer that specifically,
Okay.
but I think they do. They've got adapters, okay, and I think Tesla has worked with them to create the ability to adapt. I think they're kind of the outlier mainly, but because it's becoming a more common thing, I think Tesla, they've created an adapter that goes with it, you know. But again, Blanca, sorry about that, I, had her name there. Blanca will, get y'all that in specifics. She's the, expert on this stuff here. And, Ms. Delilah asked me if I'd come speak to y'all, and before I realized what I said yes, so. Blanca said, what'd you do that for? I said, well, they're nice people down there. So, any other questions?
So, I think the idea over here is good, but there may be another spot. Are you the person that would come and
You could show me, okay, so I'm kind of boots on the ground here. I'm the area manager, okay? So my job is to irritate the people that do the work, right? I have 5 counties, this is one of them, Tattnall County is one of them. And so what I do is, Blanca would call me and say, hey, go look at that spot the mayor talked about. I'd go look at it, take some pictures, send it to her, she'd get the aerial views and say, yeah, that looks like a good spot, or no, we can't do it because of this. It does have to be city property,
Okay.
right? It's something that you can lease to us for 10 years at no cost, and then it'll go from year to year after that.
Okay, so sometime you can make an appointment to come.
Absolutely.
We'll go survey another site and look at that site. And I think, it's a good idea.
Well, there's a lot of cars, I mean, they're turning them out regular and it's going up like that.
Okay. Anything else?
Is the only option to lease it for free for 10 years? Is that,
Yeah. And it's because we're paying everything else. But we're solely responsible for everything after the lease. And the purpose is to try to get more exposure to the rural areas with these electric vehicle owners. Try to get them to go somewhere besides the main streets, down 16 and 95, things like that. We want them to start cutting through and seeing what y'all have going on, right? The governor's big on that, right? They're pushing a lot, they're trying to get a lot of industry down in the rural areas. It's the same type of flavor. We're trying to get people to come down there and see what y'all have going on. Does that make sense?
It does.
Good. All right. Well, if y'all don't have any other questions, what I'll do is I'll get with Miss Delilah, maybe tomorrow. We'll set up a time. Do you want to meet or?
I'd like to.
Okay. So I'll set up a time with the mayor and we'll go look at that spot. In the meantime, I'll get all the information to Miss Delilah. That's the contracts, that's your phone numbers. You can ask her a lot more pointed questions than I can answer. Because Blanca, she's the expert on this program, and she'd be happy to talk to you. All right?
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so
thank
much.
you, sir.
All right, so we go on to item number 9, discussion approval to appoint Delois Lanier to the Housing Authority Committee for a 5-year term until March 31, 2031. And this is the mayor's appointment, so I'm appointing Mrs. Delois Lanier for another 5-year term. Okay, so we go to item number 10, approval of appointment of Fire Chief Scott Terrell. Do I have a motion?
A motion.
Motion, Mrs. Miller.
I second.
Second, Mr. Nobles. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Any
Nay.
Okay. There is a 3-1. Congratulations, Mr. Terrell. Item number 11, approval of installing an additional street light at the end of Kelly Street. And I don't know if Mr. Frable had anybody that he wanted to speak to that tonight, but I talked with him about it. He said it's pretty dark down there. So I would recommend that we put a street light at the end of Kelly Street. Is there a motion?
A motion.
Motion, Mrs. Miller.
I second.
Second, Mr. Nobles. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Okay. I believe that motion carries. Okay. approval of sign permit for the Glow Lounge at 103 East Barnard Street. And this was approved by the Downtown Development Authority at their May meeting, this year. So, is there a motion that we approve a sign permit for the Glow Lounge at 103 East Barnard Street?
I make that motion.
Motion, Mrs. Waters. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Janacek. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. That motion carries. Item number 13, approval of not allowing fireworks stands in the city of Glennville for the 4th of July celebration due to the drought and fire ban due to drought unless the burn ban is lifted. And I think everybody realizes that we are in a condition now of banning all burning. So is there a motion?
I make the motion.
Motion, Mr. Nobles.
Second.
Second, Mr. Janacek. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, that motion carries. Item number 14, approval of issuing of funds appropriated in the FY 26 general fund budget to the Downtown Development Authority, DDA, in the amount of $10,000. And this is something that is generally done every year. We wait toward the end of the year to be sure that we still have money in the budget, and there is money in the budget. So is there a motion?
I make that motion.
Motion, Mrs. Waters. Is there a second?
A second.
Second, Mr. Janacek. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. I believe that carries. All right, item number 15. Discussion approval of the issuing of funds appropriated in the FY 26 general fund budget to the Industrial Development Authority, IDA, in the amount of $10,000. Once again, this is a usual assessment of funds to the IDA, and the money is there in the budget. So, is there a motion?
I make that motion.
Motion, Mrs. Waters. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Janacek. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, that motion carries. Approval of the hiring of Stuart Bland as interim code enforcement officer. Stuart's been helping us out there, see right there, and been very good to help us out. He was formerly one of our code enforcers. So is there a motion?
I make the motion.
Motion, Mr. Nobles. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mrs. Waters. Any discussion regarding it? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, so that motion carries. Item number 17, approval of hiring Amy W. Murray as a consultant. We have quite a few applications for city manager, and none of them have any city manager experience, but they do have a lot of experience in management, and consequently, Amy was our city manager for, I think, about 15 years, and she has agreed, and she's working at the bank now, and they have agreed to allow her to help us maybe an hour or so a day, just to kind of keep them until they get their training, whoever we hire, and we hope to be hiring somebody within the next week or two. So is there a motion for the approval of hiring of Amy W. Murray as a consultant?
I make that motion.
Motion, Mr. Janacek.
Second.
Second, Mrs. Waters. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, item number 18, approval of the bid awarded to low bidder, Central Alabama Training Solutions, in the amount of $12,239 be paid out of SPLOST. This is for bunker gear. Mr. Terrell, you want to address that?
It's for police sets turnout gear.
Turnout gear.
The first item is the police net was previously approved for a SPLOST. We had to get the quotes on it. And that's the complete set for 3 individuals.
Okay. So I wrote it down as bunker gear, but that's turnout gear. Okay? Is there a motion for the approval of the bid awarded to the low bidder, Central Alabama Training Solutions, in the amount of $12,239 to be paid out of SPLOST?
I make that motion.
Motion, Mrs. Waters. Is there a second?
I second.
Second, Mrs. Miller. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, then we'll move on to item number 14. Discussion approval of bid being awarded to the low bidder, AEST Fire and Safety, in the amount of $6,210 to be paid out of SPLOST. These are fans, is that correct?
It's for battery powered positive pressure fan, sir. Our gas powered ones getting kind of obsolete, we're having to get them repaired continuously. So our previous fire chief was gonna get a battery powered, and I followed up with the bids on the one fan.
Thank you. Okay, so is there a motion for the approval of the bid being awarded to low bidder, AEST Fire and Safety, in the amount of $6,210 to be paid out of SPLOST? This money is available. Is there a motion?
I motion.
Motion, Mrs. Miller. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second, Mr. Nobles. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, and that motion carries. Okay, we have one other item, which we're gonna need to amend the agenda one more time because we don't have other business on here. And there's a rental agreement for the utilization and operational procedures for the by the Downtown Development Authority for the Barnard Street stage area. And everybody should have a copy of that. There was a revision, I think it left off 10. Make a little difference between $10 and $100. McCullough caught that, please. So, but that has been corrected. So is there a motion that we agenda the amendment to include the rental agreement, utilization and operational procedures for Barnard Street stage area?
I'll make the motion.
Motion, Mr. Nobles. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mrs. Waters. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Okay, now that we have amended the agenda, we'll need a motion to accept the rental agreement, utilization and operational procedures for the Barnard Street stage area. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion, Mr. Nobles. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Janacek. Any discussion? All in
Yes.
favor?
I want to discuss something.
Okay.
So, I definitely don't agree to the $500 deposit. And I wanted to talk about number 6. So are they saying that they don't want weddings at the stage?
That's
Or am
right.
I reading that wrong?
Now, I see weddings on there.
And it shouldn't be.
So,
I have a wedding this month at the stage.
yeah, and any event that's already been approved wouldn't be covered under this. This
Yeah,
is
but
just,
weddings should be a part of that. This is, it's a beautiful stage area. Why can't no wedding be hosted there?
If I remember right, in the last DDA meeting, I think we all agreed that weddings was okay. I think it must be a typo or oversight.
Okay.
yeah, I thought the same thing, that, and I was just wondering, Ms. Bland, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. It's
Okay, so we should take weddings off there.
technically, that was, yes,
I mean,
that was,
I mean, still allow them.
yes, that's still on
Okay,
the.
so we'll take
final
that
plan,
off there. Okay, thank you for catching that, Mrs. Miller.
You're welcome.
Anybody else? So do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion, Mr. Nobles. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mrs. Waters. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All right, that motion carries. So So now we're down to council comments. Ms. Miller.
I wanna say thank y'all for coming out tonight. Thank y'all so much for the support. We love this. Thank y'all. Congratulations, Todd. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you.
Thank you. Tyrone know that. Okay, Mr. Nobles.
I'd like to say, Judge McCullough, thank you for your many years of service, your hard work, and your sharp wit. It is all very much appreciated. And I wish you well in your endeavors.
Thank you.
Mr. Janacek.
32 years of service, outstanding. Thank you very much. And I wish you the best. Maybe you can wag your wings when you're flying over my house.
Is that it? Yes, sir. Okay, Mrs. Waters.
Same thing. Thank you, Hugh, for all the years you've put in and dedicated to the city and the time you've put in. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay, Mr. McCullough, would you like to have one last statement?
I don't think so, Mr. Mayor. I appreciate it.
Okay. Mr. Johnson, congratulations. Looking forward to working with you.
32 years, Drew.
Yeah, I won't be here 32. But you could be.
I could be.
You could be. So, is there anything you'd like to say?
Mayor, Council, I appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate the trust you're putting in me, and I won't let you down.
Thank you so much. Mr. Bryant. Okay, is there a need for an executive session? No. So we have covered all the business on the agenda, so therefore we are adjourned. To the lady that wanted to ask a question, we're available.
You touch my son, I swear to God, watch, they're trying to touch my kid for fucking recording these people.
You can't be in there cussing.
They're trying to touch my son for trying to record. I was trying to ask you a question, you jumped down my throat.
No.
Start recording me, son.
No, you started on me.
I said, let me ask you a question, and you started telling me I made slanderous statements and stuff like that. I'm trying to
Thank you very much.
Good time in retirement.
Let me tell you, we have a procedure here. You haven't even bothered to find out. You just make accusations. You've never come to me. You never come to me. You never have.
I told her.
So is that a good on my part? You just said I've never come to you. I've been following the chain of command the entire time. I've filed reports. I've gone to the code enforcement office. I've been to the city council. So now I come here and I tell them.
And I'm gonna tell you what, I can understand that you're upset, but I wouldn't say those things.
I'm sure you wouldn't say those things. Because it didn't happen to you. So you would have no reason to say this. Record, my son. Are you recording? Okay. Now, and you told these officers to go up there and grab my son's recorder?
No, I didn't. I did not. I asked you to get it turned off.
How come they don't have body cams in this meeting?
Don't raise your voice, man, there's a camera right there, you've got to film the whole entire.
Woo, sweet, I'm
But
gonna
you might not
request
be able to
that.
get it, because you might not be able to get it.
I might not.
Privileged information. But ask your question, and quit shouting at
Who
me.
is accountable? Who do I go to? I went to him with a complaint about his office, he brushed it aside. I went to him again with a complaint, he brushed it aside. It took 45 days.
I heard.
Well, I wrote, but I'm not, just send me something tomorrow.
All the time. You come up here and you
Right? You see how easily this gets out of hand?
Well, it gets out of hand because it's never come to my attention. Emily Mixer did a great job as city manager, and she supervised everything in the city. The only thing I supervised was her, and I've never heard a problem.
I understand that. Now, so,
So ratchet it down.
yes, sir, I'm ratcheting it down. You got it? Ratchet it down. So, I have filed complaints. Now, what I was coming to talk to him about last time I came was, listen, these are supposed to go, these complaints that are filed, were supposed to go to the Board of Ethics. Had they gone to the Board of Ethics or the mayor? And there was nobody that could answer my question. Everybody's gone. So now you're saying that I'm out of line because I come in here after it.
Now, you made a lot of derogatory comments, unfounded comments. I'm not trying to.
Okay, I've offered these police officers video evidence of everything I'm stating. I have recorded almost every meeting I've had with every city official, even when one of them tried to attack me. I have it all on video. Billy O. Conley, when I came to him, I've got the video, I love
Billy O'Connor.
Billy Conley, last code enforcement officer. I understand that. So you got a new code enforcement officer. So I had to start the process from the beginning with this new code enforcement officer. And he just got here. He's never done this job before. So I said, I'm gonna let him get acclimated.
You're talking about
The new guy, right?
You're talking about
Your new code enforcement, the temporary code enforcement. The Archer guy, the guy.
he's gone.
Okay, so I got to start the process over again,
He
right?
might not have liked me, but I think he did. But he didn't like our ordinance. He said we couldn't enforce them. Not
That's
some of them, not all
understandable.
of them.
Some of them I agree with, and some of them I don't.
Well,
Especially the fire ordinances, where you don't burn things in piles 6 foot, 50 feet from a structure without proper fire extinguishing materials such as a bucket of sand, a fire extinguisher, or a water hose.
All right, that's okay.
I've read this, and I've met failure at every step of the way. And then when it finally comes to your attention, which I thought this had been, I apologize if you didn't know anything about it.
If you should, we would have discussed it.
Can we do that now? Can we set an appointment to do
We
that?
might do, but not this week. I am full this week.
Hey, I've been waiting 2 years. 2 years so far. 45 days for a report. I got time. I'm almost retired. I got time for you, sir. What do I do? Right now, I manage, right now, I do remodeling, and I manage a, storage facility in Savannah, Georgia. We do over $3 million a year of storage facility. And I'm familiar with writing reports. Now, these guys get, I don't know, I think, however many reports they go on, because they file an obscenely low amount of reports. So for me to have a report
Well,
that
what
gets
we're
issued
interested
for a
really
year,
is you, and I'm not concerned about the rest of them right now, is they come together with the right people, so it's all.
okay, I
We're not
manage a
gonna-
storage facility. How does that help us?
I don't know if it does,
Okay.
but, you know, we gotta meet on some common ground.
I
And you came
would
up here, and
love to.
you may not have realized it, but I thought, and it was very apparent that you were shouting, and I've done nothing to you.
And I truly apologize for that. I may have misconstrued that you got the information, because I have it on tape in the commission saying, I will take these to the appropriate people, I will show this to the mayor. Now, if that happened or not, I don't
Well, I'm
know.
not necessarily the appropriate person.
Okay, but you're above the police, and the city manager's above the police.
City manager takes care of everything.
Yes, sir.
The high point person I supervise is the city manager.
As you're scheduled, whenever you can have time to meet with
If
me.
you will, well, I was contact her and see about
She
my
was fixing to
availability.
leave too, and she leaving at the end of the
After
month.
30-something years,
I know.
I didn't run her off.
She deserves it. She deserves to go. She's got grandkids she wants to play with.
Maybe you'll come, maybe
Why
you'll
would you
come.
want to be up here and watch me do this nonsense with these I'm sorry, I've never met this officer.
These guys
Never met this
are
guy.
top
This chucklehead. I can show you videos that will, that may show you a difference of their size.
We'll get together. Okay?
Can you step back?
No.
You don't yell at me, I don't talk.
I did yell at you and I called you a piece of shit.
All right, now, leave. Get out.
Glenn.
Y'all saw that, right?
Big boy.
I want to fail! I want to fail! No, you're going to jail!
Yeah,
You
I'm going to
punk!
jail.
You punk!
You got
You
more
attacked
than that.
me! Piece of shit! Let's go outside there, big boy!
Glenn.
You guys in charge of radio station, let go of me!
Yeah, man, you're in the building.
Let go of me!
You can't raise your voice from here, you know.
Once you contact Delilah Monday.
I want him arrested!
Listen.
Sir, you use profanity. I mean, you can't do that.
Okay, now,
You can't verbally.
See, I'm
you're a lawyer?
Well, I know
Are you
that
a lawyer?
much. I know that much.
Okay, now don't you rent to him? You don't own apartments here? You don't have rental apartments
Don't
here?
rent to him. Why don't you make an appointment next week? We'll sit down and talk about your problem.
He's the one.
We can't fix it.
Sir,
We gotta
break it down.
We were
He's the one
talking,
that's in charge of
we were
your
talking,
de-escalation training.
and you turned to him, and he's not touching you, he's not in your space, and you start shouting at him.
Profanity.
He
We can't do
he
that.
was about that far away, that's not
He's
in
the
your
one I've
space.
been filing complaints on for 2 years.
Sir,
But,
let's
sir.
get to the bottom line. Let's make an appointment.
You
talk
don't
next
rent
week.
to him?
No, sir, I don't.
You don't own those 2 little apartments,
I rented him a year ago. He hadn't rented for me in a year.
okay, so you,
Maybe a year ago.
he doesn't live in your apartments now?
No, sir.
Well, I would say that would quite plainly put you in conflict of interest with that, so. I'm talking to the mayor, please.
We're talking here, and we're trying to set up a time that you can come talk and say, I'll bring the coffee, you bring the donuts,
Yes, sir.
and we can talk. But
Dunkin'
now-
or
but-
Krispy Kreme?
See, I imagine,
He's
Boyd was a
fine.
little bit closer,
Mhm.
but he wasn't on you, he was not in your space.
Okay, would you like to see the video where he is on me?
No.
No.
Okay.
I'd like to do this
All
at
right.
an appointment. Let's have an appointment. And we'll
Okay,
talk
I'll
with
set that
everybody,
up with
with
Delilah.
everybody.
I
Everybody.
apologize if I came off abusive to you in that,
Well,
I thought you were aware of it. I honestly thought you were aware of all this.
No, I had no idea.
My humblest apologies to you, sir.
So you want to contact Delilah tomorrow, see what his availability is, make an appointment, I'll try to attend, we'll work on your problem. Is that good?
I appreciate
All right,
that.
Let's call it a night.
Thank you.
Is that okay? I'll step over my band.
No?
You filing charges against your boy? Are you filing charges against your boy?
I thought we were gonna get together on this, don't.
I'm talking,
Please, let's don't start anything.
They didn't even tell you to turn your phone off when you came in. Your phone was the only one that rang.
If we get short another officer, we'll recruit that guy, put him through the academy, and then turn him loose. See, that's why people should appreciate cops, you gotta deal with this stuff all the time. Okay.
Yeah, I ready to captain the pen.
I'm scared to go out there.
That guy's a threat.
He's a huge threat. I was wondering, didn't grab somebody's gun.
Well, that's okay. He's the one that initiated it.
Yeah, Glenn's not to blame for anything else that around there. He cursed out, and he,
I just had to. I'm sorry, I'm looking, sorry.
Well,
Trying to find it.
I had it and it just disappeared.
what'd you draw?
It led to his pen. Or cap, excuse me.
That's all right.
So, Mr. Mayor, I didn't wanna step over my, I really didn't say anything that was, I didn't wanna, you know, overstep my authority, but, I thought we should try to
That
get it out of
guy's,
here.
he reminds me of Claude Berry. You know Claude Berry?
I remember
You've
that.
lived
Remember,
here a
you got a
while.
camera up there.
You know Claude
I know.
Berry?
Who?
Claude
Cause
Berry.
he's gonna ask for it. I'm
He
just,
came to the school one time and acted up like that, and then came back 2 weeks later and apologized. He said, I get a check for being crazy, and I gotta act up every now and then. So I just wondered if he gets a check for it.
Can we help put these chairs back?
at least Miss Paulette didn't have to do that.
No, I'd hate to turn her loose on him. Who's locking up?